of course, on Canyon Ambush. Well, personally, probably my favorite map. Very, very, very solid map. And let's get some ship rundowns here on the Thank You Caroline on the Glowwater Thrall side. We've got that Gatling mortar up front with Gatling flare on the side, and on the Wizard we have a Spire still with that watch up front with a Hades up top, mine launcher on the upper deck, and a light flak on the lower deck.
Wizard, Thank You Caroline coming right through the mouth of the canyon. They're not going to waste any time. As yes, indeed. Sorry, my brain not in right place. And indeed, the Soulless Autumn has a Hades Artemis front and a Flare Artemis side. The LibGTK has a Gat Mortar front and a Carronade Flare side. And as I was saying, the Riders going directly for a flank, while the Glowwaters go directly for a charge, sort of. But now they're splitting up.
Yeah, and this
interesting.
Happens quite often actually on this map, where you have blue team often just sitting kind of at the lip of that canyon, and red team tries to come on fourth. And you do want to be careful here. Thank You Caroline. I think Thank You Caroline just had to maneuver around some of these rocks, and we're gonna get a little bit of the canyon ambush dance going on here, where these two teams are just gonna circle each other for a little bit, which happens all too often. We saw that happen yesterday as well, where the two ships were going exactly on the other side of the map, and then Wizard taking a little bounce here. Actually, got to be careful there. Off this, what does this look like? This looks like some sort of like cargo holder lifting thing.
And now Caroline and the Wizard are playing Ring Around the Rosie. Looks like.
Wondered.
Yep.
What was on this map before it all fell apart? Like, what are is it like oil pipes or something?
Yeah, oil derricks.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, this is quite a deserty kind of area, so it would make sense.
Absolutely.
These are really bloody huge oil. Maybe, yeah, they're meant to kind of fuel ships in the sky. I mean, just looking at the way they're positioned. I mean, otherwise they've been really bent out of shape. You know?
Yeah. And of course, there's I think on the red spawn side, there's like a set of train tracks that had gone through. So
yeah, some old mine or something.
Maybe they.
Who knows?
That's how they shipped the oil that they got out of this place.
Nice possibility.
So these two teams still kind of near each other, but
if that's how they ship the oil out of this place, sorry, then I mean, why is there not a road kind of going through the canyons?
Maybe they took airships from one place to another. I don't know.
They just led them through these treacherous canyons, and a few of them killed themselves on the canyons. Anyway, the Wizard is firing in its Hwacha on the Soulless Autumn. The Hades also forthcoming. The Thank You Caroline coming in as well. The Crimson Sky Riders being caught very much by surprise here. Soulless Autumn backing off. He's about to hit the canyon wall. He takes a bounce.
Just running in at the Wizard. Currently, Wizard armor already down. Can they get that ram in? No.
Oh, but the Wizard just
missing.
Oh.
Thralls finishes it off, however.
Yes, indeed. That was a very near thing. Graphics Dirty almost avoided that. Now the Thank You Caroline trying to ram the Soulless Autumn, but getting it all turned around. Now the Thank You Caroline's got to book it out of here because he's in big, big trouble.
Yeah, I almost think that was a sort of tactical bounce to get yourself turned around. Maybe try to catch the Soulless Autumn from behind, but LibGTK coming right on in, and here
now LibGTK takes a bounce.
Oh, that's actually really bad for that blue ship. He had Caroline in his sights.
That was the worst thing that could have happened, and now the Thank You Caroline has a slight advantage, but the Soulless Autumn's coming in. Thank You Caroline's got to get around this corner. He's going to get focused down. Yep, you're right. The Wizard is now here. The Wizard is now focusing on the LibGTK. Oh, I just love these nice aggressive matches. Thank You Caroline and the Wizard are now firing the LibGTK. LibGTK is just going for it. He said, I've committed
both
now.
Of his front guns down, actually, so wasn't able to fire for a very, very long time. Still tried to ram forward here, and LibGTK
Quite
taking a huge
finishes
left
him.
barrage.
And now the
Solus
Soulless
Autumn,
Autumn firing on the Wizard. The Wizard is very fragile. Thank you, Caroline. Very damaged as well. The Wizard descending rapidly. And now that Thank You, Caroline, going to come in and defend against the Soulless Autumn. But the Soulless Autumn is in the wrong place. He's in the wrong side of town.
Yeah, Solus Autumn going to back on out of here, use the cloud cover, but it's going to bang into this rock, perhaps.
Oh, dear.
Just trying to turn
oh,
it,
it's
and
just skirting around.
does
very,
get around it.
Very tight skirting around there.
But he's exposing himself by shooting down at the Wizard still.
He is, but every moment of time he buys, that gives more time for the LibGTK to come back in, and it might, if the Wizard gets tempted into going out again, then he might get caught out like he did the first time. It looks like, yep, look, there we go, the Wizard thinking better of it, backing off. LibGTK joining up with the Soulless Autumn. Autumn. I hope I didn't sound like I'm saying autumn.
So I'm trying to, I was typing in Twitch chat real quick, and for some reason, my name in there is now JustinFan36629.
Rare?
I have no idea what happened. Let me
Huh.
log out and log back in, because that is really weird.
It just says chat is disabled for me, apparently. Oh, wait, no, I'm in. Brilliant. Woohoo. There we go.
I remember that was...
Okay,
Do you remember when that happened before? Like, last year, there was a bug where people were accidentally being logged in as different users, which was like this huge security thing for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So I wonder if that's making a resurgence.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That just seems like actually kind of like a random, like guest name or something like that. Because Justin is Justin TV, which is where Twitch originated from. Anyway, so we are getting a little bit of a standoff here as both these teams lick their wounds.
I call it more of a confused hide and seek than a standoff at this point.
Fair enough. Blue team does have a little bit of an advantage, of course, with Thank You, Caroline, already at half health, and the Wizard having taken a slight bit amount as well. Like Glowwater Thralls had lost their gunner in the first exchange, so connection issues still plaguing a little bit of this game. And you know what? I actually rarely see anybody up this kind of corner. Seen people dance around this the rock down around here, but I don't really see too many folks just in this corner over here. LibGTK still backing up out of here. Also, I'm staying forward, however.
I'm looking at this Master Gunner Elite Geo RMR. He seems to have Lesmok, Greased, and Burst for his Hades. What do you think? What do you think about that decision to take a gunner on the Soulless Autumn?
Look, I'm a fan of gunners in general, and I think Hades and mortar type weapons in general can really benefit from multiple types of ammo. Of course, Lesmok will straighten out those Hades shots, allowing you to hit a lot better. Once they're in close, you can switch to that greased, pump out those shots as quick as possible, and I have seen burst in use for it as well, although that's probably the really a situational type if your captain, I don't know, maybe wants to spread fire more
yeah,
than
burst very
else.
good in sustained engagements.
So you know, I'm not surprised if I were to take a gunner, which I try to, but if I were to take a gunner for a gun type, it would always almost be a mortar type. So whether it's Hades, whether it's an actual mortar, or you know, you can even say that the lumberjack is a mortar type of weapon.
Yeah, I'm not usually a massive fan of gunners on Pyramidians, but I'd say, yeah, in one case that logic does make sense.
I think LibGTK, does they have a gunner as well? They do not. See, you know, and they've got that Gatling mortar, and of course, the mortar could benefit from, as I said, from multiple types of guns, ammo types as well. But considering that the Gatling, has to be up close, that Lesmok isn't actually going to do a whole lot for the mortar in this case on that ship. So just having, I believe they have a greased in there. That see, they've got Mysterious Medic on there, who's actually taking burst with that mortar, which is
Oh,
kind of a
so
little bit
Sorton's
interesting.
been spotted. Oh, Wizard takes a peek and backs off.
Firing some of that. Watch out here. I would have expected Grease to actually be taken for LibGTK's mortar, but
GTK
that's their
hiding low
decision.
here, waiting. Oh, it's just like he's waiting to gank that spire.
Unfortunately, I think Thank You Caroline saw him coming down there, so they are poking their nose in that direction. Yeah, they do definitely see him. They have
Oh,
spotted
yep,
him.
there we go. LibGTK just ducks underneath. Oh, but he can't duck underneath this Hades, which is just arcing down perfectly on his head. LibGTK forced to descend even further.
Still trying to arc some of those Hades down, but
oh, you
not
can
quite
see
able to do
Soulless
so.
Autumn. Soulless Autumn just waiting for the Wizard to peek his head out so he can gank him.
Fire going on to Thank You Caroline.
Trying
Gonna back on up.
to use LibGTK as bait. Soulless Autumn preparing to move in.
As these it's funny because these two ships are like they're both using each other as bait. If you're going out on either of them, the other one is ready to pounce. Of course.
Well, yes,
have to back up a very large amount though.
I noticed that this is something that the Crimson Skyriders frequently do. One ship just kind of backs off and says, "Yes, focus me," and then it backs off long enough for the other ship to come in behind and kill one, and then they just focus down the other.
However,
So
Glowwater Thralls are they know the jig, they know the game.
Yeah, they know
what's going on here.
Yeah, well, the Wizard's been a victim of that strategy once already, and they're not going to make the same mistake twice. Well, okay, well, we'll see. LibGTK coming in high.
Oh, actually,
not
never mind.
too
They're
high.
not going forward. They're going around on the side. Are they going to try to go through the side pass and maybe catch these ships from behind?
Wizards coming across, but LibGTK might get a spot. There we go. They spot each other. Oh, Wizard turning! Wizard! Why? Oh my god, why? Wizard firing on the LibGTK.
Thankfully, the LibGTK didn't turn the corner there, and they just moved over to the side. And now, Thank You Caroline's going to swivel on back around here.
Yeah, the LibGTK and the Soulless Autumn had well, I guess they didn't know that the Thank You Caroline was already halfway around the mountain, so to speak. But in any event, LibGTK and Soulless Autumn coming in really high. Very smart strategy here. LibGTK firing down on the Wizard. Thank You Caroline rising up. Thank You Caroline rising up to meet the LibGTK and the Soulless Autumn. And now that But LibGTK is just tenaciously going after the Wizard.
Straight into the arc of the Wizard.
Mistake, oh my God. A huge mistake for the LibGTK.
Oh, every single gun is knocked out on the LibGTK. And Thank You, Caroline. Still taking a little bit of fire, but LibGTK is...
LibGTK hydroing up.
Rising on up. Oh my. That was a fantastic little evasion there.
I thought the LibGTK was dead for sure there. Oh, takes a big Hwacha barrage, taking out one of his engines, setting another one on fire, taking the Gatling. Can LibGTK just barely get round this corner before he gets taken down? He takes a bounce. Thank You, Caroline, doggedly on him. Soulless Autumn coming in behind the Thank You, Caroline.
LibGTK getting another.
LibGTK barely alive, but he keeps going. He takes a bounce. And the Soulless Autumn wraps him off. Oh my goodness! I thought LibGTK was dead for sure there.
Yeah, they did a very, very good hydro move to get on out of the canyon floor there, and did manage to escape. Soulless Autumn came in to help his teammate out, but can LibGTK survive this one?
The Wizard is all dressed up, nowhere to go.
Oh, they're just gonna lower themselves and try to get on out of here as much as possible.
The fancy tuxedo is on, and they've taken it to a pool party.
That was one of the most bizarre analogies I've ever heard, but Wizard manages to get around this set of rocks, and Solisardum will not follow on behind. Although LibGTK is actually running in here, and thank you,
Oh
Caroline.
dear,
is just staring in their
LibGTK!
face.
LibGTK once again is getting himself into a dodgy situation, but the Wizard's taking heavy damage as well!
Oh, LibGTK manages
And now
to
Solis
repair
Autumn! LibGTK firing on the Wizard! Oh, LibGTK goes down just exactly as the Wizard does. Now it's a one-on-one between the Thank You Caroline and the Solis Autumn. And the Thank You Caroline has the side, it has the tail of the Solis Autumn. The Solis Autumn is indecisive. He doesn't know whether he wants to bounces off the invisible wall.
Oh, no.
He bounces off the invisible wall. It sort of turns his guns. However, it doesn't seem to have prevented him from escaping or anything. And now Solis Autumn moon shining backwards. Gatling going
Wizard
down.
has spawned behind him, however. And Solis
yeah,
Autumn
that's
probably
it for the Solis Autumn.
on his last gasp here.
Yep, backpedaling into red spawn. It did not work out very well. Thank you, Caroline, taking shots from the LibGTK, whether he knows it or not. Solis Autumn still alive. I had written him off ages ago. He's now on. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, there he goes. I mean, it was more or less a matter of time, and maybe it was a. Okay,
It was
LibGTK
quite a long
hopefully
time, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's actually really dangerous because if you go on for longer and longer, your teammate can often just be like, yeah, I guess I'll come and try to save you, and then you get there right as you die, and then you're stuck in this another 2v1. But thankfully, LibGTK didn't commit far enough, and does back on out of here, waiting for his teammate to come back in. So had a little bit of mutual destruction assured there. Both the LibGTK and Wizard blew up at pretty much the exact same time. And unfortunately, that was the wrong ship to have died on blue side, because if you're in a Mid-Midion in close range versus an Artemis Hades Pyra, usually the Mid-Midion's going to win out on that one.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Now the Wizard and the Thank You Caroline a little bit split, well, more than a little bit split up here. Very split up. Those Glowwaters, known for their bold flanking maneuvers, often splitting themselves up.
Yeah,
rolling
but I think
the
the Wizard
dice.
was just a little bit slower to get through here. It looks like they are both going to go in the same side pass that we often see red teams take in.
Oh, here we go. They're
And
going to meet up
right
here.
into their face. Oh my.
The first Gatling shot being fired on the Thank You Caroline by the LibGTK. LibGTK continuing to focus on the Caroline. The Caroline rising up. Solis Autumn. The LibGTK focus on the Caroline. Wizard yet to add anything significant to the conflict. The LibGTK moonshines backwards. The Thank You Caroline charging on ahead. Full head of steam.
And we got Duel and Gat Fire coming on down. Both LibGTK and Thank You Caroline taking it, but no armor has gone down so far.
Oh, Solis Autumn.
Oh,
Solis Autumn just got bounced by his ally, and Solis Autumn charging the Thank You Caroline. They're charging the Thank You Caroline. The Wizard continuing to fire.
Don't run into your own mine, Wizard. That would be very, very bad. Oh my god, they were so close to their own mine right there.
Oh, they hit their own mine.
They hit their own mine.
No, that could spell doom here for the Glowwaters. Thank You Caroline, heavily damaged. Wizard now, several components taken out. Hulls on fire.
It looks like they are going to get that back on track, however.
And now, oh, I don't know. That one thing. Now the riders have the momentum. The Wizard's armor is down. Wizard forced to retreat. Thank You Caroline still in here. Those mines are there, but yeah, the Glowwaters are tail between their legs. They've gotten the worst of this engagement so far.
Absolutely, as both of these, or at least the Wizard has taken full on hull damage, and they're still getting peppered
indeed
by the Solis Autumn. However, they are going to get around the side here, and it looks like Thank You Caroline is going to back up as well before any more. Oh, no.
Oh dear, that is a lot of damage. And LibGTK is pursuing. LibGTK is pursuing. He wants that kill.
Oh, they smell some blood in the water here. Wizard, however, would just
waiting around the corner.
To come around the corner.
Waiting around the corner.
Full blast there, but it doesn't really do anything. It takes a
a couple of
Side gun.
guns.
It
Yeah,
takes out the
it was
side
on the
guns.
side. Those front guns are still
And
okay.
now Soul Sortem is going to turn and take the Wizard on, and we'll see if this is the end of the Thralls in this matchup as
Wizard's
LibGTK
arm
takes
is
that out,
down.
and now the Wizard will follow
And
in maybe, but
good.
save your minds, maybe
A
save your mind
mine
there.
on the Soulless Autumn. The Wizard buying itself a little bit of time with the mine, and another mine goes out.
Will Soul Sortem hit this one as well? But
Yeah, there we go.
Not quite enough. Save
Now,
your minds.
you were talking about how it's disadvantageous in close range to be the Hades Art Pyramidion. That was a good time to be a Hades Art Pyramidion. They fired right past the mine, and they killed the Wizard.
So that is a 5-3 victory there for Crimson Skyrider for a match that was definitely full of a bunch of crazy engagement.
It was time to do the lowdowns.
Yeah, and of course duel on these two teams definitely get on each other real quick. So we'll see if they call for a quick TO. But we will give still the loadouts as we are getting into this game on the Glowwater Thrall side. On the Thank You Caroline, we have a Gat Mortar front and a Gat Flare Gun on the side. And on the Arcane Bolt, we have the Mortar up top with double Gats on lower deck and Artemis, double Artemis on the wings.
And for these Crimson Sky Riders on the Soulless Autumn, we have the Hades Flak front, and we have a Artemis Flare side. And on the LibGTK, we have a Gatling Mortar and a Artemis side.
So they went with the Flak instead of the Artemis up front, it looks like in the Solid Sortem. Which, to be fair, I more or less understand that. The Artemis was probably a little bit better because you had the Spire's front gun, and so you could use the Artemis to try to knock that Hwacha out. However, Artemis not particularly effective at taking out stuff on Pyramidions or Mobulas. So if you're going to be looking to use the Artemis a little bit more for just component disables, it's a little bit harder against these two ships.
Yes, indeed. I think the Arcane Bolt will be easily able to rise out of the arcs of that Artemis if it so chooses. Oh, here we go. The Arcane Bolt
dipping up and down.
Just dipping up and down the way it does, just trying to freak them out.
And,
a little bit of Kansas City Shuffle action. Look at the Arcane Bolt shooting up above the clouds. Charging at the LibGTK. The LibGTK side is exposed. They're going after the Thank You Caroline as the Arcane Bolt comes in. Or doesn't come in.
I'm not entirely. It's almost like I'm watching some synchronized dancing going on here from the Arcane Bolt as it's going in and out of the water. But Thank You Caroline gonna take a bounce against the terrain here.
Oh, there we go. Now the Arcane Bolt is surely going for it here. The Artemis shot's going in on the LibGTK and the Soulless Autumn, but he's going down again.
Yeah, at this point he's just trying to wait for the Thank You Caroline to come in. Both of these ships are most likely going to charge on board.
Does not even have shoot vent. That is just a buffed balloon on a Mobula, people.
Yeah, it's Mobula is very good at that vertical movement, and a lot of people don't utilize that. They utilize the front-facing guns, but not this up and down movement that it can.
Well, that's
really
the
catch.
thing. I mean, a lot of people don't use the Mobula for brawling, but Graphics Dirty, of course, famously does. Thank You Caroline considering engaging, backing off. Arcane Bolt considers engaging, backs off. The Glowwater Thralls just can't seem to quite get that perfect flank timing they want. Now the LibGTK and the Soulless Autumn charging the Thank You Caroline. Thank You Caroline moving backwards, trying to go up above the arcs here.
The
LibGTK is going to go underneath.
Oh, Soulless Autumn getting caught in the side by the Arcane Bolt with that.
Oh, the double Gatlings from the Arcane Bolt coming in, but he's charging out of the arcs. He's charging forward full speed.
And the
Good piloting there.
Gonna get taken down by the LibGTK here, and
there's the Gatlings, but no mortar to follow it up.
Should Mortars should come.
Oh, the
any
mortars they're
time,
traveling
just-
so
oh.
far, though. They had to travel
Oh,
so
no.
far. Oh, but just one more mortar shot will do it. But no, the Solus Autumn's gotten out of range, and now the LibGTK destroys the Arcane Bolt. Just great situational awareness by the pilots, Luosi and Hillerton. Just they knew where they were at all times. They're just managing to attack as well as evade at the same time. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a match that I think could turn at any moment. So it's definitely not a match to be called quite yet for either side, of course. They Crimson Skydors did a very good job of kind of deterring one ship at a time from moving in, and that allowed them to take down the Caroline. And then it was just a matter of Arcane Bolt just not quite managing to connect with some of those final mortar shots onto the Solus Ortum. And of course, Marbulas don't exactly have the whole lot of health going on either. So as soon as it gets in the TV1 situation, it's going to be very, very hard. No matter how much vertical fanciness you can pull off in a 2v1, it's going to be very difficult to be able to actually do anything against either of the ships. But you can't underestimate the Arcane Bolt's firepower currently. All right, here we go. Solus Ortum going to be the first one to shoot off at the Arcane Bolt. Some Gatling fire going in return, but Solus Ortum is a little bit too far at this point. Arcane Bolt doing its dance, however, and they are going to be able to just move on out of these arcs. It's already a little bit hard to hit the Mobula just because it's a rather thin ship, and when you're trying to hit something going
Trying
up
to hit the
and
hull,
down
hit the balloon
with the
instead.
Hades, especially with the Hades, it's going to be rather difficult to keep your arcs on. Looks like Arcane Bolt is going to be charging on in
yeah,
here.
the Arcane Bolt coming in, tanking a lot of this damage here, hydroing up.
And they're gonna
there's a high hydro there. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Caroline. Finally coming in behind.
And knock out one of the gats on that ship, and the Arcane Bolt is taking a pounding currently. But thank you, Caroline, coming in on the Solus Ortum. Looks like Arcane Bolt's gonna turn on it as well, or maybe they'll just
Arcane Bolt's coming up. Arcane Bolt always got to be careful not to bounce into his ally, but they don't now. They're full focus fire on the LibGTK. The LibGTK getting torn apart here.
But knocked down. They are knocked down. LibGTK is still quite alive, and now Solus Ortum coming in on the Arcane Bolt.
Caroline's armor's down. Solus Autumn going for a ram on the LibGTK, but the Arcane Bolt passes through. Arcane Bolt passes underneath, and now the Solus Autumn has the tail of the Caroline. But the Arcane Bolt's about to turn around. When the Solus Autumn does not want to be here when the Caroline and the Arcane Bolt turn around. However, the Arcane Bolt is heavily damaged.
Yeah, taking more and more damage here as those flak shots come on in. Arcane Bolt almost getting taken down here. Balloon is still down. Armor gonna go down there.
There we have it.
Arcane Bolt once again. Thank you, Caroline has absolutely got to take out the Solus Ortum here, otherwise it's gonna be. Oh no! And LibGTK spawns right behind the Caroline.
Well, he'd better keep going forward.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much. LibGTK has been spotted. They know he's there. Thank you, Caroline. Just going forward, full pelt. They're just for it here. Gatling raining in on the Solus. Some armor going down.
Arcane Bolt spawns right behind the LibGTK, and they can get right up on it as well.
This could be very nasty for the LibGTK. LibGTK coming in behind. The Arcane Bolt's got those double Gatlings on the LibGTK. LibGTK shunning forward, keeping his gun arcs on, but he gets taken.
Nope. Both
the mortar. He did not have a full clip of mortar there, and the thank you Caroline now firing on the LibGTK. The Arcane Bolt coming in as well.
This is just absolute madness here. So the LibGTK trying to stay alive here, and those mortar shots going below the LibGTK, and now the Arcane Bolt is almost down again. Barely manages to get his armor rebuilt as the shots continue on from Solus Ortum. LibGTK still going after, thank you, Caroline. Arcane Bolt still going after LibGTK, and now we've got almost a A
Oh,
square
LibGTK!
here as LibGTK goes down.
If
Arcane
those
Bolt.
Glowwaters can get focus on you for just like a few seconds, your armor will go down to those 3 Gatlings. Oh, and the
here
Arcane
come the
Bolt
black
taking heavy
shots on
damage.
Arcane Bolt and barely manages to
Oh,
stay alive
Arcane
once
Bolt.
again.
Arcane Bolt, everything's on fire. A few more shots will do it. No, but they
Yep,
were
and
flak rather than Hades.
Flak
Oh, there
shots
we go.
going down, and once
There we
again,
go.
thank
One
you,
Hades
Caroline.
took down the armor. Boom.
Thank you, Caroline is still staring at the Solus Artem. Solus Artem still incredibly
thank
low.
you, Caroline.
LibGTK.
And
Spawning on the side here, actually, not under Thank you,
yeah.
Caroline. I would have expected them
hang
to do
on.
that, but
Where's the Mobula going to spawn? Where's the Arcane Bolt going to spawn? Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad.
thank you, Caroline. However, charging forth, and LibGTK is right in its face, and they only need one more kill. Thank you, Caroline is already really
Oh my
low
god,
on
thank you,
damage.
Caroline is being really aggressive here. Oh, I don't know. This is a good idea. Thank you, Caroline.
Oh no. Oh, this could be the end of Glowwater Thralls in this match here as LibGTK comes raining on in with those Gatling.
And there we
fire.
have it.
And there you go. Incredibly intense, chaotic match ends up going to the Crimson Skyrider, taking down Glowwater Thralls 5-2 in the second consecutive match, and they will end up going against the Gents.
Alright, so the Gents have, in fact, beaten the Art of Warfare.
Absolutely, yeah. They, I think almost when we started their second game, they had just finished.